Hello everybody and welcome back once again for another video of DIY investing. There's a lot of really important things playing out inside of the market. Today I wanted to dedicate this time and energy towards showing you guys the updated big picture on the market cap. Today we're going to be taking a look at the total market cap as well as the altcoin market cap, and we're also going to be diving into the Bitcoin and altcoin dominance because there's a lot of really important things that I want to cover today that I feel are very important for the future of cryptocurrency and knowing exactly what we can expect moving forward. If you're new and just finding this channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and then click the notification bell so that you get updates on every single one of the videos I post. Remember guys, I offer a course and Signal, so if you want to copy my investments or learn from my educational content, make sure that you click the invitation link in the description of this video, and there you're going to get access to my Discord server. You guys can email me, you can message me on Discord, or you can drop a comment on YouTube and I will get back to you shortly. If you click in the description of this video, you're going to be able to find all of my social media handles. I have Twitter, I have Facebook, I have email. You guys can get a hold of me on all of those fronts. Before we jump into the video, I want to quickly say thank you guys so much for the support of this channel. It really does mean so much to have such a thriving community of positive, uplifting people, especially inside of the Discord server. You guys have really been killing it, giving me tons of positive feedback and information, and I really am just so grateful to be able to do this for all of you guys. With all that being said, let's jump right in the video today. So to start off this video, I want to first take a look at the altcoin market cap by dominance because I feel like this one is the real leading indicator that we're going to use for determining where exactly the altcoins are going to bottom. Now, I've talked about this a lot because I'm really trying to get this out there for the most people to see because I feel like this is something that is just really underlooked and nobody's really paying any attention to this exact equation that's playing out. Now, you guys have known if I've updated you or you've watched my videos before, the altcoin bottoms, every altcoin bottom that we've ever had right before a major alt season where all of the altcoins rally takes place at a Fibonacci equivalent. Now, a lot of you guys maybe do not know what the Fibonacci sequence is. So I'm going to show you exactly how the mathematics go and how it kind of coexists. Now, this is the Fibonacci sequence. You basically take the previous number and add it to the next number in front of it, and that comes out to your answer. So 1 plus 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 and 2 is 5, 5 and 3 is 8, 8 and 5 is 13, 13 and 8 is 21. And that's how the cycle grows. Now, this is the same mathematics that we apply whenever we use a Fibonacci extension tool. And so this would be an example of the Fibonacci extension tool. But what I found was so interesting inside of the altcoins is the fact that every one of these bottoms takes place at a Fibonacci equivalent. So the way that the cycle goes is 1 and 1 is 2. Now the only difference that we have between the cycle of altcoins and the Fibonacci sequence is the fact that we just don't have a full amount of price data that goes from way back when altcoins were just very first starting out. And so we only really get the third multiple in that equation. So 2 plus 1 equals 3, and that takes us to our first bottom inside of the altcoins. And then we saw a major rally take place, about 500–600% move, right? And now the next number of the equation, 3 plus 2 is 5. That takes us to the exact bottom of our second alt season. And then we had roughly the same sort of price expansion, about 300%. And now 5 plus 3 is 8. And it's so crazy to me how the altcoin bottoms, every time we have a bottom in the altcoins before a major upturn takes place, it's a number of the Fibonacci sequence. And so our next one would have been 8 right here. And then we had another major alt season, about 200%. And then that takes us to roughly current day times. Now 2017 found us at the next equivalent, which was 13% dominance inside of the altcoins. And so we can see how quick it's grown. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 and 5 is 13. And now that takes us to current day valuations. Now, the last alt season that we had from our 13% dominance was one of the bigger ones that we've experienced. This is where most of you guys actually got into crypto because this is where all of the retail money actually came into the market. Now, what's taking place currently is this long, slow, drawn-out bear market. Now, I wanted to talk about this because it's very important because of the fact we've basically retested a major support zone and it's now getting rejected at resistance. Now, I'm not too worried about this. I'm still accumulating altcoins. I'm really not too shaken out by what's happening in the market because I'm actually expecting another low inside of the altcoin dominance. Now, the reason for this is because of the fact I think that Bitcoin may go for another low, and it could also break out and go higher. But either way, whatever way Bitcoin moves, I'm still expecting this chart to go down. Now, I think that what we could see happen is the dollar pairings inside of the altcoins will go up with Bitcoin if Bitcoin, in fact, is at its bottom and it's going up in the next cycle. That could be a potential play that I'm watching for. And another one that I'm watching for is the fact that Bitcoin could actually top out and we could see another new low, maybe to the mid 5,000s. And in that case, altcoins are only going to bleed down with it. And so realistically, I think that Bitcoin dominance is going to continue to trend up, and altcoin dominance is going to continue to trend down. Now, the reason I think that it's going to trend down to 21% dominance is because that's actually the next major equivalent inside of this Fibonacci equation. So we had 3 and 5 is 8, 8 and 5 is 13. 13 plus 8 equals 21% dominance. And that's almost the exact high of the 3 previous highs of the alt season. And it would make sense that we'd actually have to come back down and retest that level. And so this is really interesting to me because it's following that Fibonacci sequence almost identically. I mean, you can give or take about 0.5% between each bottom, but it's not enough for me to really write that off as a possibility. In fact, this is the biggest thing that I'm watching for with the altcoins, because at the end of the day, this shows all of the value of all of the altcoins. It doesn't matter if it's a high cap, low cap, mid cap, it doesn't matter. It's all going to be correlated on this chart. And so this is what I'm watching out for with the altcoins. I think that we have just another impulse heading for us to finish out this final 5-wave impulse. Now we finished the 1 wave, we finished the 3 wave, and now we just need one more impulse back down that'll take us to the bottom of this 21% Fibonacci level. And then I do believe that that's where we're going to see another major bottom in the alts before we have another big upswing. Now for me, watching this, I think that our next upswing is going to take us to about 90% dominance inside of the altcoins, and I actually think that that's possible, especially with all of the new money that's coming into crypto. I don't personally believe that Bitcoin is going to be the only cryptocurrency. I'm very much a bull inside of the altcoin market, and I think that the Bitcoin dominance is only going to continue to drop as more and more projects are introduced into the cryptocurrency ecosystem. Now, if we go and take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, this is the exact same chart, it's just reversed because it's Bitcoin. We can see that roughly the same thing is playing out. Now, since Bitcoin's been around, well, what I should say is since altcoins have been around, Bitcoin dominance has been in a steady downtrend. And at first, over the last few years, about from 2013 to 2017, it was a real slow downtrend. But then once 2017 kind of came around, that's when we saw a big drop in Bitcoin dominance. That's where all the altcoins came in, Ethereum rose to power, you had all of these altcoins taking the value out of Bitcoin's market cap, and that's why we saw such a sudden drop. Now, what's taking place, what I would consider a bearish retest of that move. Now we have our 1, we had our 3, and we're working on our final 5-wave impulse. Now, I already told you guys my target for altcoin dominance is 21%, and so that would actually put Bitcoin dominance at 79%, or about right here. And this is where I would exit all Bitcoin markets, and I would wait to really structure my Bitcoin profits and put them more into the altcoins. I'm still accumulating more Bitcoin in this time. I'm doing the best that I can to get as many Bitcoin as I can, waiting for the inevitable retrace, but I do believe that the Bitcoin dominance is going to continue to uptrend in this market. Now, it's really interesting to me because 79% takes us to roughly the descending resistance of this downtrend. We could drop up to a little bit higher, but I'm really not going to watch for that necessarily. I mean, 79% takes us to about here, which is also the horizontal resistance zone of that down move that we've been seeing since 2013. And so I would actually expect this dominance to continue up. I think that we'll get one more impulse. This was our 1, this was our 3, and then we'll have one more final 5-wave impulse up to 79% before we actually start a much bigger correction back down. Something like that. Now, you guys know my target is actually going to be about 10% dominance, and I do believe that we should see numbers similar to that. And even if we don't see quite the same sort of drop inside of Bitcoin that we saw in 2017, it's still going to be a very profitable time inside of the altcoins as well, because that's really what's going to be sucking all of the value out of Bitcoin. So in this time, I'm a little bit more of a Bitcoin bull. I'm going to continue to accumulate more Bitcoin as we continue up inside of this final impulse inside of the dominance, because overall, this is looking like we're going to continue to trend higher. I mean, this is very obvious rounded bottom accumulation structure that's taking place, and we've only ever continued to impulse. And so until that trend changes, I'm going to continue to ride the bullish end of things, and I'm going to watch out for this to play out up to that 79% dominance. Now, before we wrap up this video today, I wanted to talk to you guys about the total market cap, because I feel like this is going to really give us a strong understanding of what we can expect from the Bitcoin chart as well as the altcoins in general. Now, what we've been seeing up to this point is this major descending resistance that has held us throughout the entirety of this bear trend that we've been in. But what recently happened was we actually broke outside of that. Now, this ugly wick that we're seeing right here is a little bit of indecision. This is showing a lot of profit taking place right now. And so it is still a possibility that I'm watching for, in which we actually drop back down and kind of drop for one more new low. But the fact that we're actually outside of this major descending resistance leads me to believe that this is a little bit more bullish than most people. Now, if we drop a Fibonacci extension tool and we take a look at what's going on currently, we can see that the bottom of this retrace kind of took us in between the 786 and the 618 region. We started getting a lot of new buy volume that came in at this 618 level. And so that's exactly what you want to see. Now, generally speaking, in more bullish coins and bigger, stronger uptrends, they will kind of find support at this 618 region before going back up in their new cycle. And even though we sold through that support a little bit, the 786 is still another really strong area of value in which I target for the bottoms of bearish cycles. And so the fact that we're kind of consolidating in between both of those, the fact that we also have a lot of really good buy volume that's entered this market consistently, I'm leading towards this scenario being one much more of a bullish scenario. And so this is kind of what I'm watching out for with Bitcoin currently. Now, this is the total market cap that we're looking at. And this to me just looks like our first little leg up in that cycle, kind of the disbelief phase where nobody really thinks that the market's going to continue to outperform. Everybody's bearish, everybody's really scared because we just experienced such a strong bear market. I mean, from the top of the move to the bottom was about 87% correction. And so most people are shaken out, but this is looking like a really profitable setup in my opinion. I do see a lot of strong support levels. I mean, where we bottomed was the previous high. And we actually just made a big support and resistance flip. And so this was previous resistance. We held support up to this point, sold through it inside of those December lows, and then we impulsed outside. And so this looks like a big support and resistance flip before we actually continue on in that cycle as we go much higher still. Now, my next target is actually going to be close to that all-time high mark. I would expect us to kind of come back up to that level as we continue on in this impulse. Maybe we break outside of that, and then we kind of retrace back down to the previous all-time high before making another impulse. But I am expecting things to get pretty parabolic for the overall total market cap. And so this is what I'm seeing currently. Overall, the amount of new volume that's entered the market recently leads me to believe that this is still a very undervalued market, and there's a lot more profit potential still to be had. So anyways, guys, thank you all so much for the support of this channel. It truly does mean the world to me. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. Everybody's giving me such positive feedback, and I'm just very grateful to be able to do this and put on this amazing content for all of you guys. So thank you all so much. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you found this content valuable. Remember, if you're looking for educational content or you want to follow my signals, I offer signals and a video course. You can get a hold of me on Discord by clicking the invitation link in the description of this video, and there you're going to get access through that. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much. I will catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.